Blessed be my witches, my spiritualists, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are doing another episode of Soul Food. And we are going to be making bruschetta. Food doesn't have to be flavorless to be diet food. Okay. So I'm going to give you my recipe for bruschetta that is absolutely amazing. I love this bruschetta. And what I do is I will take whole wheat wraps and I will cut them into squares and then I will bake them for a little bit so they become crispy. And honey, you'll be surprised how much little cubes you get with 2 wraps. Okay, you're going to be full. So let's get right into it, and let's also bring in the magical context, as I always do, my spiritualist. Okay. So onions are wonderful for cleansing, purification, repelling, removal. So we are going to be putting in 2 large onions because I make a lot of bruschetta. I'm like going back to the fridge and I'm all like, didn't I make bruschetta? And Loki's there with little pieces of sauce around his lips. He's like, no. And anybody else who's in the house actually will eat my bruschetta too. That and my coleslaw. They get all crazy about my coleslaw. I have the skins all here, my witches. Don't throw these away. Okay? They're very protective of the home. Bury these in your yard. If you don't have a yard, place them in soil, right? And it will actually help protect your home. So now we're going to bless these with repelling absorption of any negative energy, removing it away from you. So the negative energy within your body, anything that's causing you conflict or whatnot, you can use that for that. So that's what we're going to be blessing these with. I have diced up all my onions and I'm starting to move them into this master bowl here. Now, I like my onions to be a little bit on the thicker side. If I'm doing some for other people, I will actually cut them where they're half moons. That's how I'll do it because people seem to like it like this, but for me, I like big ass chunks of onions in mine. I like me some of my onions. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding garlic. Now these are larger garlic cloves that I get. They're big, they're really big. So I have 4 of these. So you're looking at about 12 pieces of garlic in here. It's really garlicky, but it's really good. So I've cut the bottom off of all of my garlic, but I wanted to show you guys a little hack. If you take the garlic and a lot of people are just picking away at it, if you rub it between your hands, now these are a little bit larger, but just your standard garlic, if you just rub them between your hands, it will actually loosen the bulb from the skin, and you can literally just pull it off like that. Easy peasy. So also guys, don't throw out your garlic skins. Use them for cleansing and fuming and whatnot. They're very powerful. So why do we use the garlic? The garlic is great for heating up the body. It is also great for banishing any negative energy, any ill will, any evils from your reality. Even if it's unwanted extra weight, banish it with garlic. Garlic is also good for healing because it warms up the body. Antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, just anti-honey. It's anti. Right? Gets rid of all of that bullshit. Alright, so we're going to be blessing this with banishing of ill will, negative energy, fat, and to heal the body. Take your cloves of garlic and you want to take your knife and you want to hit the knife with the palm of your hand or your fist a few times to bruise the actual flesh of the garlic, because that will release some of the oils which will make this more flavorful. Most people don't realize that if you take a look at what a lot of nutritionists or even personal trainers will say, they'll say abs start in the kitchen. Health starts in the gut. Okay? So if you want to do healing on yourself, wouldn't you start in the kitchen? Wouldn't you take all of these blessed beings, blessed vibrations, and consume them to help heal the body? We hear all the time, what you put in your body is a reflection of you and so on and so forth. But you know what? We all need to have treats and this, that, and the other. But really take into consideration how powerful kitchen witchery is. So I have diced up all my garlic nice and thin. You can puree it if you want to, but I like to have pieces of garlic in there as well. I just find that each bite is different, my witch. Each bite is different, just the way I like it. Okay, so we're gonna move that away right now. We're gonna be bringing in this bowl here. This bowl we're gonna be bringing in because we are going to be doing our tomatoes for the bruschetta. Now, tomatoes are wonderful when it comes to bringing in beauty. It's great for success. It's great for protection. It's great for transformation. It's great for evolution. For the diet connotation of this, we're bringing in the beauty. Now, I don't want people to think that I'm associating being thin with beauty. I'm associating it with being healthily beautiful. So I'm going to be dicing all of these up, and I want to show you what I'm going to do to really focus on bringing and honing in that energy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the top off the tomato. Then we're going to cut it into quarters. Now this is the part that confuses a lot of people. They're like, well, did you just do that? I'm going to take out all of the seeds. I want my bruschetta to be all flesh in it, okay? So the seeds I will keep and I will use them for something else, but right now I just want the flesh. Now the juice and the seeds I will use for other workings. I'm going to dry these down and I'm going to just use the tomato, the dried tomato, for certain spells that I want to work with. If you want to know more about that and how I do that, let me know in the comments below and I will show you how you can use tomato seeds in your magic. All right, my witches, so what I've done now is I have taken all the innards, all the pulp and the seeds from the center of the tomato out, and I have rinsed the flesh and added them into some water. So what we're going to do now is we are going to bless these tomatoes with beauty, protection, strength, longevity, healing, health, and all of these vibrations, and then we are going to dice them up. All right, so now that we have done that, what we're going to do is we are just going to cut this tomato into little bitty squares. Now, not really small squares, just that size. And then we are going to add them to the master bowl here. So I have diced up all of my tomatoes. And the next thing we're going to be putting in is we're going to be putting in cucumber. Cucumber is great for healing. It is great for health. It's phallic, guys. It's great for chastity. It's great for fertility. But we're going to be using this mainly for the healing and health process, okay? So I like to use English cucumbers because what I want is mainly flesh here. I don't want to have a lot of the sauces or the innards of the botanicals. We want the flesh, and we're going to be drawing out the moisture into the sauce that comes with the bruschetta. And that is very powerful because it's symbolic of drawing the fat from your body, all toxins and everything that you don't want in your body, out of your body, and having it go through your system and be released. Okay, so I have peeled this now, and we're going to bless this, and then we're going to dice it up. Okay, so now we have them all diced up, and we're just going to add this to the master bowl. I wish you could smell this, my witches. It is absolutely amazing. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to add in salt. Salt is a wonderful purifier, cleanser, repellent from any negative energy. And we're going to be using the salt aspect of this to repel any fat from our body, any negative energy in our body. We're also going to use it to cleanse and purify the body so that it's healing and healthy. This is what we want to do. Healthy weight, healthy mind, healthy view, just health. I don't have amounts. I just go with intuition. The powerful thing about salt is that salt draws out moisture. We're drawing the fat from the body as well, okay? We're drawing out the unwanted from the body using the power of salt. So we're going to bless that with those attributes. We are now going to add in olive oil. There's no set amount, right? Just go with what feels right to you. Now, why do we add the olive oil? The olive oil is great with bringing in a blessing. It is wonderful for bringing in foundations. It is wonderful for supporting this magical working. It's a cold press oil, so it's very, very good at being able to bring in the vibration of transformation on mundane reality. So it's very powerful. And this is what we're going to be blessing this olive oil with. And the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing in some red wine vinegar. So I'm going to be putting in 4 capfuls. Red wine vinegar brings in spirit energy, right? Transformation energy. Because it is a wine, you have spirit. Because it is a fermented liquid, you bring in transformation. So, the above realm, the spirit realm, transformation on this plane of existence. Very, very powerful. And that's what we're going to be blessing this red wine vinegar with. All right, my witches, my spiritualists, 1 part left, and that is basil. Basil is wonderful for transformation, for healing, for family, for comfort, for strength, all of these different variables, okay? It allows you to be grounded in the magic that you're doing. It allows for this magic to be able to manifest in this reality strong and potent. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be taking a lot of basil, okay? I'm going to be using this whole thing of basil. I like there to be a lot of basil in my bruschetta. We are going to be blessing this basil now with transformation, solidity, foundations in this reality, and allowing for this magic to manifest strongly. All right, my witches, my spiritualists. Now what we're going to do is we are just going to incorporate this all together. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I won't be eating this now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top on this and I'm going to put it in my fridge and I'm going to leave it overnight. You'll notice that there's not a lot of liquid in here, but when you get up tomorrow or you go to eat it tomorrow or the next day, you will realize that there is a lot of liquid. The salt has absorbed a lot and pulled out and drew out a lot of the liquid. That is very powerful. Remember, we are trying to draw out the fat from our body, toxins from our body, all of the things that are causing us conflict. So that is a symbol right there of what it is doing and how you want it to react in the body. It is absolutely delicious. My witches, you are going to be shocked. This is going to give you vitamins and nutrients and all of these other things that your body needs to be able to heal itself and lose weight. All right, my witches, my spiritualists, that is our episode for today. If you have not subscribed, you know you need to press subscribe. Join the Witch Please family and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below. Don't forget to press that bell icon so you're notified when a new video comes up, because you know you don't want to miss it. I said it before, my witches, my spiritualists, and I'll say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please. I love you, boo-boos.